What is going on, Nissan Nation? It's your buddy Dave here with the Nissan Nation podcast, and hopefully you can hear me all right. I never know. I'm such an idiot with this stuff that I'm always worried that that you can't. And so for one, happy Memorial Day. Thank you to our fallen soldiers here in America. Sacrifice you guys have given, and I say this like I'm talking to people that would Anyways, the reason for it all is, all right, I see that you can hear me. So what is going on in Planet Nissan? What's up, Kerry Beasley, Overland Serenity, Kipler 104, let's see, Sleepworks, what's up, Corbiorn? This is the Nissan Nation, buddy. What's up, Buck Bingham? Thanks, man. Thanks. Good. Glad to sound good. I've got to, first off, I got to pour a glass tonight, man. I hadn't had a glass in a while. I hadn't had a glass in a while since, oh God, I went hard a few weeks ago, man. Me and some friends, and it's been a while. So, cheers. I am back on the train. So, I got lots of cool things to talk about tonight. Danny will not be here because Danny's out adventuring. Danny, last I heard, was in Vegas somewhere. So, if you guys have any Danny-related questions, what's up? Oh, thanks, Corbin. Thanks. The stream's looking good. I wonder why the stream's looking good. Thanks to my son who helps out with keeping this looking good. He's going to kill me because I want to do another background. Let's see. Once again, if you guys would like and share this, it does mean a lot. I typed it a minute ago, but smashing the like button lets YouTube know that people are watching it and participating in the videos. And when you like it and share it to wherever you Facebook, wherever your social media is of choice, it just helps the podcast get a little bit bigger. And I keep saying podcast. Like, I changed the name of this thing and I still can't get it out of my head. But speaking of podcasts, tonight, if you're up at 2 a.m., you're going to get a new podcast on the audio, wherever you get your podcast from. We've got a new one. I've got Blind Dog Overland is going to be on the show, and it was a pretty good interview, man. I'm a guy in Canada that prefers to camp in Overland when it's like 0. It's kind of crazy. The guy, he just, I don't know, man. Here in the South, we take it for granted. We get in the 40s and we're like, Bart, it's just too cold to Overland. But I guess if you're in the land of Canada, Canada as I like to call it, that's your thing. Let's see here. Pop this chat out a little bit so I can see what you guys are talking about in there. But there's all kinds of things I want to talk about tonight. There's 400Z things I want to kind of talk about. There's Nissan news in general that I'd like to talk about because I'm just seeing people crap all over Nissan about it. Flipping Nissan. What? Oh, God bless you too, Buck Bingham. I do appreciate it. We've had since we released the picture of the Frontier, we've had quite a bit of growth on here, man. So cheers to everybody who, if you joined because of that picture or video that I did, let me know in the comments below. We like to do these little Sunday chats to kind of, you guys help direct the pirate ship a little bit, and me and old Andrew over there have been talking about maybe using these as part of the podcast, that the audio versions. We'll rip the audio and do that. But first, it's Gentleman Jack tonight, boys and ladies. Let's see. So I guess we'll just get right into it, unless you guys have any questions. Let's see. There's Andrew. Snow. What? Snow? What? No, go away, Snow. It's almost June. I know that is how it is. So let's see. Nissan. I'm going to read this. This is actually from nissannews.com. Well, actually, usa.nissannews.com. Nissan released the 2020 Frontier pricing for the United States. And let's see. Starting manufacturer's retail on the new truck, the minimum is $26,790. And I've been seeing people freak out about this. And they're like, oh my God, Nissan's raising their prices $7,000. What are they doing? They're already in trouble and this and that. And it just trips me out. I won't say the ignorance, because a lot of people don't cover this stuff like I do or follow the auto industry in general like we do. But Nissan does not raise the price $7,000. Nissan just killed off the 4-cylinder version of their pickup truck, which in turn, the minimum now, the truck you can get is the V6. Cool. And, you get a crew cab. And that's about it, really. So, yeah, if you look at it this way, for 1 year, they've just cut the price of this, or, that's the minimum price of it. But I don't see anything wrong with it. Let's see. So the average price increase of around $2,000 for their 2019 model. So they did raise a little bit, but that happens. Let's see. 2020 Frontier lays the groundwork for the next generation Frontier with its all-new 3.8-liter V6 and its 9-speed automatic transmission. Notice they stress automatic because in the 2020 there is no manual transmission. And I've not heard just yet if there's going to be a manual transmission for this next generation. That if you watch that video you've seen. But I would doubt it, honestly. And I know that kills most of you manual transmission fans, but my Juke is a manual transmission. I love the thing. I love just the raw shifting and hearing the gearbox and all this. And sadly, that's going away because the market's making it go away. I mean, if you like a manual transmission, we're a dying breed, really. So let's see, what else do they got in here? I'm going to scroll through this. Let's see. The 2020 Frontier is available in a king cab, crew cab, short wheelbase, crew cab, long wheelbase, in both your choices of a 4x2 or a 4x4 drive configuration. The Desert Runner trim, SL trim, manual transmission, i4 engine options are no longer offered in order to simplify their lineup. And they are going to do. That's one thing we can touch on, is simplifying the lineup a little bit, because they reported, it was almost a year and a half ago, around just a little after the Carlos Ghosn thing started popping off, that they were going to simplify their lineup. And I like it and I don't like it. There's certain things that I like about the big three do in the big trucks where they offer a lot of different options. I think Ford at one point offers way too many options, between 15 different motors, all their configurations with the XLTs and whatever Raptors, whatever they want to do, which they sell a lot, so God bless them. But for Nissan, they need to do one truck, and that's it for right now. And the 2020 is going to be that truck if they ever get them out to dealers, which rumor has it the plants are firing up June 9th, I believe it is. So maybe we'll see some trucks. And somebody the other day I was reading was they were on our Facebook page where it's crapping on the 2020 about such a waste of time and stuff. And guys, and he was, what was it? He was saying something about they're never going to get this truck out. And you're like, well, the truck would have already been out had it not been for COVID. Like, that is screwed up you don't realize that screwed up everybody. The Chevy Corvette is only going to make, I think it was 2,000, and that was it for the year now, just due to COVID, because it's just a nightmare to fire these plants back up. And I think GM and Ford, Ford had a thing going where they fired their, I want to say it was their Explorer plant back up, and I believe it's in Joliet, Illinois. And like a day later, they had like 5 people get COVID. And whatever your thoughts and beliefs are on that, so be it. I believe, I don't believe it was from the plant that people got COVID, but people are freaking out about this no matter what. But I think that between that and the fact that GM and Ford are both having problems getting parts now from Mexico, who build a lot of the little intricate things that go in these vehicles, they're having a hard time getting these parts. And then the border's not open. And I know they would allow Ronald. There's Ronald. Dude, thank you so much, Ronald. Those greatly appreciated. The super chats and stickers, by the way. But it's getting parts. So do you start your plants back up at just bare minimum, which Nissan, it doesn't hurt Nissan right now because there have been in a lot of troubles. Do you start, like I said, do you start those at bare minimum and just trickle out trucks, or do you, especially in truck line, do you wait and just go, okay, we've built, they've probably built 2,500 to 3,000 2020 trucks by now. If I remember right, it was early February when production kicked in. And I know in Smyrna, Tennessee, you could build on truck line, you could build about 500 a day Now on Truckline we were doing Frontier, Pathfinder, Xterra, and that was it on Truckline. But it was mostly Frontiers we were building back then. So they could, I'm sure Canton could at least do that. Do they kick back in, or do you wait and sell what you got and then just kill the 2020 off early? What do you guys think? Read your comments here. And we got Agent Hutchins. Oh, we got Agent Hutchins in here. All right. Sorry if I haven't been ignoring everybody. What's up, Frontier Life Club? But do you take this 2020, and it's not Nissan's fault that this happened. It's just the way the world works. And Nissan have a thing for bad timing, like severely. It's nothing of the company's fault. It's just not management's fault. It's just the luck of Nissan, it seems like. But what do you guys think? Do you kill it off now? Do you sell the few thousand that you've built? You hope that they get out on the roads and you figure out a few of the bugs from that engine and transmission combo, and then 2020. What do you guys think? What's up, Joe Taylor? Cheers, everybody. Let me know here in the comments below what you guys think. Of course, I know I'm on a slight delay here. Let's see what the comments were there. I see some people. I see some chatty Cathys down there. And I apologize for the deadness in the stream here. Kepler, you joined from the 2020 Titan review we did a couple months ago. Thank you, sir, and thank you for joining. We were one of the few to actually get to early access to that vehicle, and thanks to Nissan Trucks for allowing us to cover that event. We were for some of the first journalists to actually get to drive that thing, and really like the truck. Now, if I could get press loans again. That's the next thing with COVID is like press loans are getting hard and hard to come by. My buddy Tim Esterthal with Pickup Trucks and SUV Talk plus SUV Talk, he's having the same problem, especially with Nissan. It's like getting stuff from them. It's a nightmare right now. NMP members flipping Nissans now. It's all day. Sorry, boys, I'm going through this. Dave, what's up, buddy? Aloha. Will Nissan go out of business or cancel their trucks, especially because nobody respects Nissan trucks? That's a good question. I was kind of trying to bait you guys into that because I've seen a lot of chat about this stuff. I've seen somebody commented on one of our YouTube things about Nissan's going out of business, blah, blah, blah. It's no, guys, they're, for the first time in a long time, they're actually going to report a loss this quarter. So a lot of it's due to sales, but then the pandemic going on, guys. That's the first time in a long, long time they've posted for a loss. And now reports come out they're going to cut $2.5 billion out of their from the company. Which here, let me click into this because we might as well go right into this because I don't like talking this kind of stuff, but it's been covered enough. And let's go to Autoblogs here if they'll open up. And we'll talk about it. This is the headline, Nissan could cut 20,000 jobs as France says Renault could disappear. A downsizing is bad. It's experienced this 2009 pandemic. Pickup truck and plus SUV talk. Thank you, Tim Esterthal, for that $2 that we keep trading back and forth. I do appreciate that. Let's see. I know there was talk that Nissan was talking about pulling out of the EU, and then people were like, "Oh, they're not pulling out of the EU. They're still going to sell things." Yeah, they're going to sell things, but it's not like if you take the Navara, they don't sell a ton of different products there. I know like in the UK it's the Juke, Navara. They have a few micros. I think they still sell there, but other than that, they don't sell a ton. And so what the plan was to let Renault take over production of those, and they'll build them in the Renault plants. And Nissan wants to shut down some of these plants. And between that and then you add on the fact that the UK pulled out of the whole Euro thing, and it's the world. Like I said, Nissan has a bad thing for timing. This is a bad article. Let's go to Wall Street Journal. See if we can read that one. Wall Street Journal is going to be a booger. There's Bloomberg. Bloomberg usually lets you read them. I guess I could pull up the ones I actually pay for. Oh, man. Tim, cheers, buddy. What? Oh, let's see. What is Ronald talking about? 2021 Nissan Frontier at the Texas Auto Show. This Texas State Fair, you mean? Oh, Tim, the new. We'll get into that office in just a minute. All right, so Nissan Motor Company is planning to cut 20,000 jobs across the world as Nissan, the car maker, grapples with factories, showrooms that have been shut down due to the coronavirus pandemic. Kaido News is reporting. The outbreak is forcing Nissan to cut back on production, and reducing measures in Japan are also being considered. The news agency reported the job reductions are part of a midterm reorganization plan that Nissan is due to unveil the 28th, which, guys, that is today's 24th. So we got this news coming. This will be big for Nissan. The dealers were fussing that, oh, you're not moving fast enough. You know, we got new leadership for globally Nissan. They're not moving fast enough, and the dealers were very vocal about it. And so I can't remember the guy's name at the moment. And Bad Dave. But the guy's like, look, man, I'm going to listen to you guys bitch at me, and I want you to bitch at me and fuss at me. And then we're going to take this, and then we're going to go form a plan, which is what they've done. And I will be watching. It'll probably be like a 2 a.m. stream that I'll have to get up and watch. But I will be watching to see what Nissan's plan is and how they're going to do this. But 20,000 jobs is a lot of jobs. And I know here in the States where they've been quite worried about it, you know, they were trying to do the buyouts here at the plants to get rid of some expensive older labor. They're strapping down for, you know, the long haul. And it's a 3-year plan is the announcement that they're going to release this week. But let's see. Nissan representatives declined to comment on this report. Nissan plans to cut about 3 billion yen, or about $2.8 billion US dollars, in annual fixed cost and book restructuring charges as the pandemic further depresses the car maker's sales. A key person with knowledge of measures said last week. I love when the key people talk. The Yokohama-based company will phase out the Datsun brand. For those of you who don't know, they actually brought back the Datsun brand, I think, like 8 years ago. They sell it in the Indonesian markets. I think it was a weird, I can't explain it. I think I did a podcast on it about 4 years ago. It's goofy. But we'll phase out the Datsun brand, shut down one production line in addition to the recently closed operations in Indonesia, and reach the reduced spending target this year by cutting marketing, research, and other costs, a person said. So now marketing, we here in the States are all like, oh, we don't see marketing enough. Now this is global marketing, guys, which also means they, in the reports account, they're refocusing on China, the United States, and, I slipped my mind. It's been a long day. I want to say South America. Tim Esterthal there might chime in and join in. Kevin Moore, I will get your question in just a second. But they're going to cut some things back, and I can foresee a few cars being kind of put in their place right now. I could see Maxima for the U.S., like this be the last year of Maxima, and I do believe Maxima you will see come back out as an EV one of these days. But I could see Maxima disappearing. Obviously, Sentra, Altima, Inversa, they just paid all this money to refresh. What else we got? Kicks I could actually see go away, though it does actually sell quite well here in the States. And speaking of that, we'll just jump right into that because who doesn't like sales figures? But as far as globally, yeah, they're going to shut some plants down. You know, I know the one that was producing, I want to say there's a Navara plant in the UK. I want to say that one they've been teetering with closing anyways. But there's you know, they got to strap their bootstraps together right now, guys. They got to get in line, and I think they're going to do it. Where is the dadgummit? They are hiding it from me now. Anyways, nobody cares about numbers. But the Kicks does sell pretty well here in the States, but they're going to have to trim the fat a little bit. And dealers want the new Frontier to come out. Titan just hasn't had a fair shake at the 2020 has not had a fair shake to sell the damn thing. Once again, timing, I'm going to say it all night. Timing is horrible for Nissan. And guys, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words tonight on some of this stuff. Let's see. Let me look through your catch up with you guys on your chats. Let's see. That's Andrew. Let's see. Oh, they're saying hi to Pickup Truck Plus SUV. Subtalk, I guess. I didn't know there was a subtalk. Tim Esterthal, where is the new office? So that's, if you follow on our social media, you'll see that we've been working on the new office, the new podcast / production studio. Hopefully you see it next week, actually. So I'm kind of happy that I don't know if a lot of this is not going to be on that wall. I was promised I'm going to get a Nissan Patrol front end for the wall, which is going to be really cool. And of course, little knickknacks and stuff. But I'm losing this fine space due to the pandemic and my wife needing an office, and I'm getting tired of sharing my space with her. So I'm like, look, I need a bigger one anyways. I'm just moving. Let's see. Ronald, 2021 Frontier at the Texas State Fair. That's when I'm guessing, Ronald, but I don't know. Let's see. Is Nissan too big to fail? I don't think anybody is too big to fail. Frontier.com or .club. I think there's within the Japanese industry, like they wouldn't let it fail. But I don't see the company failing right now. And Tim Esterthal may have he could pop in on that, and he would know a little better on that than I would. Let's see, Joe Taylor. I can't believe another Nissan leadership change. You're sick of it. I think a lot of people are sick of that, Tim. But Nissan, and I might have touched on this last show, Nissan needs somebody. They need a younger guy that's hungry to run the company, that's willing to throw it all out on the line to make something a hit or miss. Yeah, I know I did talk about this last show. So go watch that one. Let's see. Watching NASCAR race. You are an over the road driver. Thank you, Kevin Moore, for joining us. And let's see. Oh, there's your question. So I'm Kevin. I love your channel. I have a 2005 Frontier 2-wheel drive with a 2-inch suspension lift, and I love my truck. I'm going to be putting a flatbed on it soon. Looking for ideas for a front beefier bumper. Hefty Fabworks makes a couple cool front bumpers. There's Wham bumpers in Atlanta. There's Schrock Works, which I'm not big on, though they make a super quality product. There's a bunch of different companies out there. Now, lead times might be a little iffy right now, Kevin, due to what's going on in the world. But thank you for watching. And how did you find me, Kevin? Just curious. Let's see. What this kind of news? There's young Andrew Sleepworks there. Andrew's running our Twitter now, so Andrew wants lots of Twitter. He needs to move up the chain here at the podcast / production studios. Andrew needs to get Twitter going. Let's see. Would love to see NASCAR on the track in NASCAR. I don't ever foresee that happening. I think I don't think it's done enough for Toyota, really. Toyota has a lot of money to spend, but I don't think I don't look at a Camry and go, man, I'm glad the Camry is on the NASCAR tracks, because I used to be a big NASCAR fan, and all these cars look the same anymore. They put whatever stickers, blah, blah, blah. More importantly, what is the story with Wint? Jeez, Z1. Calm your jets, buddy. Wint is still a go as of right now. I just haven't opened registration due to the fact that I don't know what the world's going to look like. I'm kind of letting now. I want to see what we get into June, and hopefully the plan will be to open up registration around June. Sponsors may not be what they are normally, just because I don't think it's fair to a lot of companies that we deal with are out west, and I don't know that it's going to be. I'll hit them up, but I don't know what everybody's potential to be a sponsor this year with COVID and all this stuff going on. Nick Foley just bought a 2019 Titan SL. I love it. I had a Titan for a while. What should you watch for normal maintenance and upkeep? I would go ahead and put some paint protection film on the front of this vehicle. That would be number one. If you watch my videos, you'll know that's my number one fuss about the Titan. Really, Nissan paint in general is it's hit or miss. The truck lines, they seem to have thinned it down quite a bit. So I would put paint protection film on the front of it. And other than that, drive the crap out of it. It's a good truck. The 7-speed transmission that they put in that one, never had a bit of problem with it. There's a hit or miss with some engine. There's I forget what cylinder it is, but they want to run lean, I think it is, and it's like super hit or miss on that issue, and you could get some knocking. And if you do ever hear a little bit of knocking, go right to your dealership, because I know they have been replacing some engines and that. Other than that, and that's, like I said, that's very rare that happens. The early Infiniti QX80s that this engine came out of had a lot of problems with it. They replaced a lot of engines in that thing. Let's see. What else we got here? Nisbro 4x4 or 4X. Gotta love YouTube. We gotta love YouTube, man. I appreciate you being on here. Let's see. I think people just need to get back to work with all this fake virus. Fake or not, man, it has taken a few people down. I had to wear a mask this weekend, and it was kind of a bummer. It's the first time I've actually had to do it, but I need to get my hair trimmed, and state law right now for barbers and stuff are requiring it. So I told my girl Tori, I was like, you are the only person I would ever do this for. So, and she appreciated it. And hey, man, I'm not gonna, if people they feel it makes them a little safer, that's awesome. Agent Hutchins, cheers, brother. Man, I'm already down in this one. Might be ready for round 2. Let's see what this should. We'll get right into this because this is all up Z1's. They're should make an agent. I don't know. I don't know if Z1 would be excited, but I assume you guys would be excited by a new Z. I would hope so, and seeing how they built their business around the Z's and Infinities and stuff. Let's see. So I did a video a while back about, man, there was all kinds of stupid speculation. This is way back in November. There was all kinds of just stupid speculation that, Nissan's, the new Z is at the Nürburgring in Germany, and they're testing it and stuff. And they put, whoever was out there had Nissan on the side of their car, and they drilled 4 holes or 3 holes in the front of it. It looked like they were testing a turbo or something. And suddenly that everybody was going nuts. They're testing the next Z at Nuremberg. And it's like, guys, for one, these cars are built in Japan. They're not going to Germany to test the car. Japan is full of amazing courses that they can test this on. Plus, Nissan has their own private course. You're not going to see any need. They're not releasing this car. Us in the States get a little used to the fact that we see a lot of badged up cars floating around. The Japanese auto manufacturers don't do that a ton. Yeah, you'll see them when they're ready here in the United States with the next Frontier and that. But these cars, the Zs, you're not going to get a lot of glimpses of that till they're ready to show it. Now, Car and Driver, and a bunch of people have done this. They've done a lot of here's what we think the next Z could look like. And they've got a yellow. And if you go to Car and Driver, the 2021 Nissan 400Z. Now, rumors are floating around that the 400Z, screw the Z boys and buy a truck. Rumors are going around that Nissan is going to call the next car a 400Z. And why? Normally they name the Zs after the engines. Like you had a 300Z, which was the 3-liter, the 300ZX 3-liter. Now we've got a 350, which was a 3.5 liter, and a 370, which is a 3.7 liter. And so everybody just is assuming that, it's going to be a 400Z, and it's because of 400 horsepower. I don't know. I haven't read any solid evidence from Nissan. And sadly, I'm not as connected to Nissan Japan as I'd like to be. But I have not heard anything official coming out that this next car is going to just be 400 horsepower. Now, I will say, and it's been speculated for quite a while, that the Z is going to get the 3-liter twin turbo that the Infiniti is getting. The Q60, I believe, gets a twin turbo or a turbo, and that the next Z could get that, and it's going to be rated at 400 horsepower, and that's where the Z could go. Man, it's like a lot of it's like trying to figure out who killed Epstein or something, like putting the dots together on this one. But let's glance at this Nissan 221 or 2021 overview. Let's see. Sports cars are having a moment. A witness revealed the revived Toyota Supra and a splashy mid-engine Corvette. Both debuted last year. It was perfect timing for Nissan to redesign the aging Z Coupe. Somebody was fussing the other day, Nissan didn't have enough money to redesign it, and they don't have enough money to do everything they need to do, which is, oh my God, guys, stop. And we are hearing the name will be 400Z. Nissan has been secretive with the details about the 400Z, but we expect to see some share powertrain and platform. It to share a powertrain and platform with the Q60 Coupe, which I just mentioned, from Nissan's luxury division Infiniti. This would mean a twin-turbo V6 rear-wheel drive, proportional, immersively, and much-needed technology update. Now, when I think of sports car and I think Supra, look at Toyota. They didn't put a ton of tech in the Supra. I mean, yeah, you can go, well, it's a BMW, but they still got to monkey with some things of it, and the dash is pretty cool in the car. But other than that, what do you need in a Z? Like, I would hope that they keep a manual transmission option in it, which I wish I could talk. I guess I do have some connection to Z, and supposedly could be a manual transmission. I've heard a 7-speed manual transmission. But all these little articles that I've been reading is like really connecting the dots. It's something crazy that they're doing. But I think Nissan does need to hit. I think 400 horsepower does make sense. And Nissan's known to underrate their engine. So if it was 400, could it be more? It's getting a little close to GTR. But that's okay because I think GTR is going to be put out to pasture for a few years. I really think this might be the last year you see. I think 2020 might be the last year you see GTR for a while. Now this is me speculating, but you know, there have been quite a few rumors of it going like hybrid or just strictly EV. I could see that. Usually the GTR being their halo vehicle should show the future tech. Look at, that's what Chevy does with the Vet. It's definitely tech heavy. So does any of that thought trickle down to the Z, or do we keep the Z just a manual transmission or a nice cruising touring Z with an automatic and 350 to 400 horsepower somewhere in there? And I'm curious what your thoughts on that is. I want to talk about Z, but there's just not been a ton to kind of get into with it. I know, you've got the BRZ and the whatever F86 that Toyota's doing, which is sort of where the Z plays into a little bit. I still think the 370 is a much better car than the BRZ. But do we keep it tech heavy, or do you go tech heavy with it and start adding things, all the little game style stuff that the GTR has for all the, 060s and all that? Or do you let it just be more of a kind of a cruiser that you could potentially be a track car? You guys let me know in the comments below. And there was a question I wanted to get to. Let's see. David Morello. Let's see. Hey, Dave. Name's Dave as well. That's awesome. Dave's got to stick together, man. This Dave's got to. Let's see. Is there another way to go 5-inch lip besides a Titan swap? He's got a 2017 Nissan Frontier, and he's looking to get 35s on her. Yeah, there's always solid axle swap. I don't know if David, if you've seen that video that we did. It's an expensive way to go, but if you want the ultimate Frontier, it would be awesome. Let's see. It depends. I mean, for one, some people don't like body lifts, but I don't have a problem with body lifts. So you could do a Titan swap with a 2-inch body lift. Would put 35s in it pretty easy. Once again, I've seen people put 35s on them, but they like to cut their vehicles up. Let's see. I wish my buddy JR Carey was in here because he kind of did what you were talking about doing. Titan swaps are expensive, but there are cheaper ways to get it too. You don't have to go to the full the M2, 205 diff. You can still use the R180 diff, and you can do extended shafts on that if you just want kind of the aggressive look of it. And it is a cheaper way to do that. I know Niztex Lifts is who I would recommend going that. They've sold a ton of kits for the 17s, for the 15-year Frontier. I would reach out to Chris and them in Colorado and let them give you some options. Ronald, dude, thank you once again. I don't. Where's my Copelands, Ronald? Normally they battle you for super chats. But I reach out to Niztec Lifts, tell them we sent you over that way, and talk to Chris and his guys over there. There's a lot of options. But once again, I think you really need a body lift to even get 35s comfortably under that vehicle. So hopefully that answers your question, David. And if not, reach us out and message us. I will have Danny. Danny knows quite a bit about the Frontier. I will let him reach out to you, and you guys talk it out. Let's see. A sports car, Overland Security, Serenity. Sports cars without a manual transmission is a waste. And I think that's one of the, Toyota's battling that right now with the Supra. They've kind of got their asses chewed a little bit, or I guess BMW did, that there's no manual transmission option in that. And I know they just released what they call the Supra 2.0, where they're putting a 4-cylinder in that, but still no manual transmission. And I think you're going to see a manual transmission in the Supra soon. I don't know, man. Would a 400Z with paddle shifts do anything for you? Because they are paddle shifting that thing in the Infinity, and I know Agent Hutchins there with Z1, but he could convert anything. So they would love to convert a new 400Z. Let's see. More car, less tech, Carrie Beasley. I would agree with that. If in a sports car, or really, if Nissan were to do like the Nismo Frontier, they really almost got to go less tech. And I know people would fuss about that. Oh, I'm paying all this extra money and I'm not getting all the tech. But there's certain vehicles that I don't need a ton of tech in. And I think a sports car, a Z, would be one of those. I mean, you want a nice center stack for your radio and all your Google and Apple CarPlay and all that stuff. But I don't know how I feel about that. I would be definitely follow that a little more for you guys. I'll dig into that a little bit to see where Nissan might be going tech-wise. But I don't know. I know I'm a little flaky tonight on this, but I don't know where I like manual transmissions, and I don't need to be pushing a lot of buttons if I'm having fun in my manual transmission. So the radio is about all I need. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going through your comments real quick. There it was. Manual isn't technically better. It's just a preference. I do agree. I mean, if you put a dual clutch in this next Z, you're not going to outshift that thing. That's for damn sure. All preferences. If you want a raw driving experience, and yes, go manual if you're at the track. Cruising the cities, auto. I still like cruising in a manual. My little Juke, I've had so much silly fun in that. And Nismo, I was talking to Nismo the other day about Nismo's potentially going to sponsor Went. And one of them was asking, hey, because they follow the channel, and they're like, hey, what do you think of your little Juke? And I was like, and the other gentleman doesn't know about it, and he was like, did you get a manual transmission? I was like, you're damn right I got a manual transmission in that thing. I said, it's so much fun. And I have plans for the Juke, if I get to keep it, that maybe it gets a rear-wheel drive conversion. So could be something fun down the road, but that's years down the road. And that's all I'm going to tease you guys with right now. Let's see. Catch up here. Yeah, Danny does know a lot about the Frontier repairs. Yeah, I can't wait. You guys got something from Danny coming. Oh, it's sad, really, what you're going to hear from Danny. Let's see. It prefers. Let's see, Agent Hunt, with all the CSC failures they have on the 370C and the G3 37s, it's like someone will be making a case to killing the manual off scares you. Yes. Let's see. If you want tech, Sentra SR, that is a cool car, man. I've been meaning to do some a long-term test in the Sentra. Let's see. Kevin Moore, I have a random misfire and I've replaced one coil. Should I just replace all of them and see if it fixes it, or spend $200 to diagnose it? Do you know which cylinder you're getting a misfire from? I mean, if that, I would definitely just try one first. Coils are expensive. And go from there. Let's see, what did I miss up here? Ronald with this $2.99. I appreciate that, Ronald. Thank you for Thank you for doing that. And I remember the times when ZWorks would donate every time I said Z. Z1, I mean. Let's see. Flytrap, you are here. Or Fly7 Rap. I apologize. You are here. Joe Taylor. Dave, what class of car do you think Nissan leads in right now? As much as I love Nissan, I don't think they're a leader in any category. That's a good question, Joe. Man, you stumped me on that one. I think you're right. I don't think technically they lead in any classes right now. I think they would say that the Frontier right now is class leading horsepower, but payload and everything is still kind of down. The little CUVs like the Kicks, maybe. I know Toyota and everybody plays in that with their whatever they call their FRZ. I don't know what the kind of juke-like thing. Maybe Kicks would lead in that, but that's a good question, man. I'll do some thinking on that, and we'll get back to you on that, Joe. I apologize but that's a good question I haven't really thought of. Let's see what else we got here. If you're talking tech, it's continued development of self-driving cars, intelligent mobility. I think that's a big investment for groups on the tech front. Yeah, obviously self-driving cars, the Aria is on its way. And when it's on its way, will it be a self-driving vehicle? Nissan, they have I want to say it was 2020 they were supposed to claim self-driving. Now they do have their intelligent cruise control and all that. But I bet the Aria is going to be their first like Tesla-like self-driving vehicle. Kevin, I would think you should be able to go to your local auto parts place and they'd be able to pull the codes, and usually it'll tell you what misfire and what bank you're getting, or bank whatever misfire cylinder. I believe that it should tell you that. Let's see. I can't donate to my own cause now. I'm not a full partner yet. Oh, that's a good one, Andrew. Let's see. What else I've got? There's a couple more things I've got on our plate today. Man, 45 minutes already. I feel like I've been rambling. Probably have. Where is he? Let's see. Hey, Nissan scored their first win in Formula E series. That was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys have followed the Formula E. It's been pretty interesting. I don't think the driver talent's there just yet, but it's really cool tech. Let's see. If you guys, let's go into some of y'all's questions, because I've kind of trickled on each one of these right now. And this was going to be a short show just due to the hallways anyways. Oh, how do you guys like how do you do donations to help with the videos? Let's see. There's a couple ways you can do. My boy Ronald there would probably tell you perfectly. There is in your chat button there's a little dollar symbol that you can donate that way. Or there's a way we have a Patreon page, which is Nissan Nation Podcast on Patreon. You can support that way, which is like a monthly deal if you want to support that way. Or we do like the super chats and stuff. I greatly appreciate that. Any money that we do collect basically just funds what we do, from travel to any project vehicles we have. We've got the Project Juke out there. Flytrap, dude. Let's see. While self-driving is a lofty goal, Nissan should license it to someone else. The AR requirements are enormous. But the problem with that, man, is they've sunk $1 billion into this tech already. And for them to just go license it would be kind of silly. They've hinted around for quite a while that, or not hinted, they've been reports out for past 5 years where they've been they've been doing a lot of the tech research on this. And I think Nissan was letting Tesla kind of take the hits for the bad parts of it, and then they wanted to fly in and to do it. But all manufacturers they're all doing this cruise control, this intelligent cruise control thing. They but dude, $20. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, Buck took his question away. I was trying to read it. Let's see. What else we got here? But Kevin, seriously, reach out to us on our Facebook page if you're on Facebook, or you can reach out at nissannationpodcast@gmail.com. And I'll dig into some of this a little bit more for you, or if Danny's out of town right now, but Danny's definitely my tech guy, and I'm more of the journalist part of the show, but Danny would definitely get in there. Yes, Ronald, ProPilot 2.0. I think 2.0, I think the ProPilot that they're doing in Japan in the Skylines, I want to say it is autonomous drive. But anyways. So let's see. But once again, yes, you can go to our Patreon page, the little $sign there, like I said, on the button. If you want to do any support that way, we greatly appreciate that. Let's see. First time I've ever been on a live chat with anything. I'm really enjoying the channel, and I think I can learn a lot from you. Thanks so much for... am I here on just Sundays? No. Oh, well, Kevin, so we do a live Sunday. There you go. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Go back to work, man, but I do appreciate that. So yes, I do a live Sunday, and live Sundays they're a little random. Me and Danny try to have, normally my partner Danny's on here with me. We try to have some semblance of things we want to talk about, but we do lets our audience guide the ship a little bit. And by talking to you guys, it allows us to see where you want us to maybe content you want us to film. We also have a audio show on Nissan Nation Podcast. If you never listened to a podcast before, Apple, you got Apple phone. There's a little podcast app you can download. Find it that way. We are on Google Play. About anywhere you get a podcast from, we are on there. Or here on YouTube, I released the audio version of our podcast on YouTube as well. And just listen. So I haven't done an audio podcast, and that's how I'll wind this up. I talked a little bit earlier, Blind Man Overland. I haven't done an audio podcast in a while, and some of the reason for that has been, Andrew, you crazy guy. I do owe you some stickers now. Part of the reason we haven't done audio is just the time it takes to do video, to film content and get it out to you guys, and choose up some of the time that I would have for the audio side. Now, I do have a bunch of interviews. I've got some stuff from CVT that I've got. Ronald, uh-oh. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, man. Ronald, I'm coming to Hawaii to meet you one of these days, buddy. Count on that. But so we're wanting to long form interviews. We're wanting to keep on the podcast that way. And pretty much everything else is just coming here to YouTube. YouTube is our home now, and I like it. The audio side I lose money on, and the YouTube side kind of makes up the difference. So, and that's why we really push the like and subscribe. If you haven't yet hit subscribe, we don't make a ton of money here on YouTube, and I'm just being honest. Maybe $200 a month here on YouTube currently. But it beats spending $50 to $60 on the other side. So, all honesty, that's kind of, you heard it here first, guys. I'm not getting rich on this one. Let's see. Yes, show some love to the podcast. Yes, we have over 106 episodes, the one you'll hear tonight. Flychart, yes, you can get, I will send you a sticker for the super chat. Hit me up, direct message me in Facebook or however you want to, Nissan Nation Podcast @gmail.com, and I will get some stickers out to you guys that did super chats. Because I don't have them here. I posted them up on our social media. I've got some new little stickers we're going to start including in some hats. I've got some more hats coming. So if you wanted a hat and you looked at the website, Nissan Nation Productions or Nissan Nation Podcast, if you've seen that, we sold out the hats in like an hour, which I appreciate everybody did that. And we ordered more, and then the pandemic's kind of delayed that. So I'm told they'll be in this week, and those hats will be shipping out. And you'll see more hats on the website. But these now, we'll say, these are going to be cool because they're going to say Nissan Nation Productions and not Podcast. Joe Taylor, we're almost at 2,000 subs. That is right. And Joe, I like what you said there. We are almost, or no, it should be we, Joe Taylor, because this is y'all's channel, man. And I've said this from the get-go of the podcast that Me and Danny are just kind of the faces of this a little bit, but you guys make up this show, and you guys really do make, for when you make the show fun. These Sunday nights, I really did them. I started, I think, in January as a random. It was Sunday. I was kind of bored, and I thought, okay, I used to on Facebook would do a Friday live chat, and these are so much fun to do. So I do appreciate the thoughts there. Kevin, thank you. Yes, please do listen. Like I said, Andrew, one of our fans, Sleep works there, or worker. Andrew, I can't pronounce your name. 106 episodes, and Andrew chewed through them all really quickly. The early ones, bear with us. But episode 13, if you ever want to know why I got into a lot of this, episode 13, it's called Family Matters. That's personal favorite. Ronald, dude, thank you so much, sir. Making it hard to get off here, guys. Carrie Beasley, you still on here? Because I can't say just guys. Sometimes we do have women watch these too. Let's see. But like I was saying, Joe, this is really, I do consider this you guys as everybody's show here. Also, a new sticker. Yes, the ones with productions, it's more letters, Carrie, so it will add more horsepower. I need to send some to Z1. Maybe I'll just take them in November or June. I'm supposed to go see Agent Hutchins. So, speaking of, and I'm wrapping it up. I know I said I was going to earlier. So we are taking the Juke down to Z1 to get it tuned. Now, I will say I'm not the smartest guy with tuning. I can throw some bolts on things on, and other than that, I've never had a vehicle tuned. So I'm excited to get the Juke tuned, but I know there's some hot tunes that you can put on this car, and we are gonna bump the boost up in the turbo a little bit. But do we? I think I could tune it for E85. Now the car factory is like 188 horsepower. I've put a muffler on it that freed it up a little bit. I won't say I would like to go full catback with that, which might be the actual next step, doing a smaller resonator and trying to free up that a little bit. But do we tune for E85 and then maybe take it to a drag strip? I'm curious what the little thing could do. I got a feeling too that the Juke is going to need a clutch soon. And do we go racing clutch in this thing, where it just beats you to crap when you do it, or do you just go back OEM? And would an OEM clutch in this thing handle if I would like to get the car up to about 220, 225 horsepower. Now, granted, probably needs a little bit bigger turbo, which turbos are just silly expensive. Uh-oh. I'm out of booze. Yes, the NMP hats are on back order. But I was told they'll be in this week, and if they're in this week, they'll ship out this week, because I know I've got 2 orders left that I thought I had enough hats for me to have one, and accidentally wore one, and then found out, my wife is like, hey, I need another hat to ship. My wife is my shipping department, by the way. And whoops, I wore one of them. So I apologize for that. Let's see. But if the hats are on back order, and if you guys want one of the hats, go ahead. You can go ahead and order them on our website, NissanNationPodcast.com. Go ahead and order them. And once again, I think I have 8 or 9 more coming. So I shouldn't. I mean, I hope to blow through these real quick. But other than that, I know we're gonna do some T-shirts coming up. I'm trying to find a graphic designer that I'm pretty good with design, but I just don't have and I went to school for graphic design, but I don't have the want to do a shirt design. So I'm going to reach out to that and find somebody that can do some cool shirts and maybe some hoodies. Obviously, the printing with lifestyleoffroad.com. Printing, I have that taken care of. Let's see. Buck Bingham, when will we see an all-electric Titan? Probably never, Buck. Probably never. I think the odds that you would see an all-electric Frontier would be greater than the Titan, because the sales don't. They're only selling like $2,000 Titans a month right now, so the sales don't. You couldn't even get a Warrior out as a Titan, so I don't foresee an electric full size. Plus, I don't. Ford has been all excited about they're going to release the F-150 as all EV truck. I don't get it. I don't get the hype at all about that, because you can't tow with the things. Yeah, you can tow. Oh, I could tow 100,000 pounds or whatever the stupid figure is. But yeah, you can do that for about a mile, and then the battery's dead. Towing with EVs is horrible. It kills the batteries. So I don't know what the rage is about full size trucks in electric, but is what it is. So, anyways, I am about done. I've got some dinner I need to go eat. I've got to go back working on my office that my buddy Tim Estrethal was fussing about. Once again, it's all going bye-bye. We've got something new coming. And might do something fun with some of this stuff. Got some press passes and stuff. Anyways, so unless you guys got any final questions before I wrap this thing up, which is about a 30-second delay, so we will wait. Yes, they are stuck. Andrew, to answer your question, yeah, they were stuck in California, the hats were. They got to my manufacturer, the printer, which is in Idaho or Iowa. They were printed last week and shipped last week, so they should be here this week. The stickers that I had were shipped. They got to me in a couple days, so let's see. Yes, until battery tech comes, huge EV vehicles. Yeah, there's just no way. I just don't see EV trucks. Yes, I'm actually looking for some graphic designer that I can partner with and have some fun with some gear. Well, so from all things Nissan here in Middle Tennessee, you guys know where this is going. To wherever you are watching us around the globe, Andrew, I hope you're ready. This has been your Nissan Nation. And we are what, Andrew? I feel like a drum roll. We're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. And we will see you next Sunday. And we've got some new content. I've got some Juke content coming. And you never know what else is coming. Something from Nismo. It's going to be fun. You're going to love it. Peace, everybody. Thank you so much. Have an awesome holiday weekend and be safe out there. And if you're going to drink and drive or drink, please do not drive. Ubers, whatever. Please just be safe. There's no need in it anymore, man. We're out.